Okay, so we're gonna read the Bible.
We're gonna do the quote first. The quote is, what's the quote?
So the quote is going to
if you have two options, pick your second option. Because if the first option was it, the second option won't even be there.
Okay, we're gonna do 1 Timothy 3:13. To be faithful to God. Faithful to each other. Be respectful, self-controlled. Okay, that's good.
Long line.
Do you have self-control?
I'm
Apparently not.
I was trying to have.
You know what? I look better with the lights off. Hold on.
I look better with the light off too. You want to just do like this? No, because the back piece came off. So now I gotta find where that went.
How you kicked it off?
I was playing with it the whole time, bro. I don't know where it went actually. I'm not gonna lie, that ring light was kind of bright because all I can see is the ring light thing right now.
I think we messed up. Okay, I'm Ashley.
I'm Abby. And this is Chit Chat with Double A. We most definitely have to keep this part in there because this is lit.
Let's get this together. Okay.
How you turn this on? I'm not gonna play with it this time, I promise. Oh,
So you the reason why?
lit. Okay, let me fix my shit. So we're gonna do story time. This is our blog, Chit Chat with Double A.
Yes, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I feel like a YouTuber.
We are YouTubers.
Okay, we YouTubers.
We getting on the net.
Okay.
We're gonna do story time. My story time. How I got jumped and got my car stolen by my sister's-in-law. I said it right this time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think we should stick with fighting. This is kind of crazy.
Said fighting?
Yeah, so this story time for me, it's going to be different.
Okay.
This is story time about how I started a family fight.
Which one?
I started a family fight. Bro, you go first.
Okay. So, this setting takes place in Orlando, Kissimmee metro area. I used to live in Orlando with my then boyfriend, now husband, and he...
Why she gotta say that?
She said, I'm assuming. No, we didn't. Okay, stop. And she lived in Jacksonville, which is where we're currently at. Don't stalk us. We don't live in Jacksonville for real.
It's all right. It's fine. Pull up if you want.
Nah, if you want to. Let me stop.
Don't pay too close attention to the background because you won't find out.
Okay.
Only we find out so later.
Oh, that's what we do right now. Okay.
It's Coffee on Podcast. Mama is our #1 supporter.
Like hard.
She's the one
who's like pushing us.
Who's pushing us to do the podcast.
So we finna make sure we do that. And our special guest is Jariah,
my daughter. Say hello.
But yeah, so they stay in Orlando. We stay in Orlando. They stay in Jacksonville. We stay in Orlando, and we would drive, from Orlando to Kissimmee, and they would drive from Jacksonville to Kissimmee, and either like they stay in our apartment or we would stay at their parents' house. And that time I got there before they did, and I was setting everything up, but we hadn't made one already. But I don't know where Orange went, and I really can't figure out where he went. But he was not home. He was not there. He was not at the apartment.
We simply can spray.
Maybe he stayed in the apartment. Where are you going, Ashley?
Bro, we can edit this out. Hold on, give me a second. I'm so sorry. But I hate when people try to pick fights with me. I know. I haven't smoked in how long? How long, Abby?
Ashley, hurry up.
You can add that music, right?
Huh?
You can add that music.
I can. That's what I want to do because you keep playing around.
I'm so sorry. I'm a mom and I have ADHD.
I'm a mom as well, but she's doing too much right now. First episode, you got the Bell Baby in here. Okay. And yeah, like I said, I don't know where Orange went, but it was just me, his two sisters, and his cousin. And his brother was also home. I don't think his parents was home, but his cousin was also home. And his brother was also home. Okay, because I said cousin. But earlier they had said they was trying to go somewhere, and normally I'm a people pleaser, so I don't say no. And they take advantage of people. now that I've learned. And so I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'll see how I feel when I get there, because I got to unpack everything. We had to get the blow up bed and all that stuff situated, and it was a lot. So I got there. They was trying to head out, and technically, like, me and my husband, we shared that car, but it was more his car than it was my car. But we shared the vehicle, and I went. I really don't know what happened. Oh, so earlier that day, when I had finished unpacking, the cousin, that's her nickname, the cousin, and then caps, all caps, the, okay,
I want to like keep up with the
cousin.
Okay, because this is specific the.
She showed me a pocket knife. She was like, oh yeah, like this pocket knife here, like this is the pocket knife that we have. I'm about to tell you some stuff. This stuff that's about to come out here so that you don't even know. So then, they were supposed to go, I think they told me where they were going to go, and I was like, nah, that's too far, especially they're not giving me no gas money, so I'm not going. Like, there's no way this vehicle is moving nowhere. So I sat in the car, I had the key, the cousin, and what was the name, the pregnant one?
Mosquito.
The mosquito. They put me out the car, and I was trying to fight them, but I'm not really a fighter. I'm a lover. I love. So they were kind of like pulling me out of the car. I was trying to fight them, scratch them, whatever. Grizzly Bear, she was sitting in the driver's seat once they pulled me out the car. She sat in the driver's seat, and like I said, my phone was off. So she was the one that had the Wi-Fi in the house. So she changed the Wi-Fi password on me. So I couldn't call Orange and tell him what had happened. So it was just me by myself and my lonely. And I was mad. I was so heated. Not only did they jump me, it's like pulled me out the freaking car. That's not even their car. They left. They was gone for like a while. Like, I'm talking about like maybe an hour, 2 hours. And I'm gonna say that because of what I'm about to tell you. But it was some stuff. Like, it wasn't their car. And they really just, like, they manhandled me out the car and took the car and drove off.
They did it twice then.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So then I was mad, I was heated, I have no Wi-Fi. Couldn't call my dad, couldn't call Orange and tell him what happened. What I do? I called 911. I was like, yeah, my sisters-in-law and their cousin, they pulled me out the car. They pulled out a pocket knife on me, jumped me, took the car and left.
I didn't know they do.
They asked for my name, and I had told them my government name, but then there was just like, oh, Brittany? And I was like, shit, okay, Brittany it is. So then after I calmed down, after they took a long ass time to get to the location, I was like, oh, it wasn't that serious, because you know how Orange is. Like, he would have came back and beat all of their butts, and we would have been happy ever after. But I was like, okay,
I'm just call, right?
I couldn't, so that's why I called 911.
Yeah.
So then I started walking down the neighborhood, and I was like, by the time I get to because it's like a 30-minute walk from the back of the neighborhood where their house is at to the front of the neighborhood. So I was like, I'm gonna just walk, and if I see a police car, I'm gonna stop them and ask them if they're coming to my thing. So I walked. I got to like maybe like the roundabout, like the little circle thing, like at the front, not the front, but like coming out of like that little street where the neighborhood is at.
Yeah.
And then I seen the cop car. I pulled them over. I was like, hey, did you come to this address? And they were like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, false alarm. It was some dumb stuff. Like, it's not really what happened. He pulled up. Another officer pulled up. An undercover pulled up in a Dodge truck, bro. You know how I love Rams.
You know about their address, though.
I know. And another undercover pulled up in a Nissan with dark tints. So then I was like, ooh, okay, it's getting serious. So they was like, what happened? I was like, nothing happened. It was a false alarm. I don't even know who called the police, but yeah. So where I messed up at, I flagged the officer down, and I told him, like, is it you calling about? You coming for this situation? So he knew I was lying. So then they was like, okay, so either you tell us what happened, or we're going to have to arrest you for lying to a Leo and making a false 911 report. And I was like, I'm not... It's not what it made out to be. Like, I kind of exaggerated so the police would come faster, but that's not what it was. Long story short, that was the time when I had got arrested and you guys had to bail me out. Remember? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had walked in 2 hours. It was more than 2 hours. because I had got released at 6 and y'all came like 8, 9 o'clock. I had walked like 2 or 3 hours from the jailhouse back to the neighborhood. That's how mad I was. I remember because y'all stopped. I seen your car pass by. I see their mom's car pass by. And I was like, oh my, that's probably their car. I looked back, but the car didn't stop. It came around and I seen orange in the driver's seat and I hopped in. And everybody was quiet. And you were like, hi, Addie. And I was like, hey, Ashley. You don't remember that? I remember that so vividly because he was like, hey, Abby. Like, you was so, like she not gonna hop in the car and not say hi. But
I was trying to go back to get you. I was like, can we leave now? Can we leave right now?
She has always gone hard for me from, like, day one. No, even though we had our ups and downs, like, she was always gone hard for me from day one. But, yeah, that's when I had got arrested that first time.
The way Black, like, when she got arrested and I was right there, like motherfucking, like, as soon as she got out, she saw me.
Yes. As soon as I got out. Like, it was...
No, I'm talking about Black.
Black?
Remember?
Oh, no. I was the one who picked her up.
I'm saying, we went to go drop the money off. And did it immediately.
We go hard for that family.
Yep.
I gotta write a book about this family. But, yeah. Long story short, they jumped me. I called the police, and I was like, oh, I don't want them to go to jail. So I went to jail. And for them, and I was on probation, and I broke my probation, and I was in jail again. But that's another story. But other than that, I never told him. Like, this is the first time ever. I told anybody. I haven't even told my dad, and I told my dad everything.
That's crazy. And you still got back close with them, and still was helping them, making sure they were straight. Did they need anything?
This time, I have so many stories. Actually, it's not like it's been like 3 times and strike it out. I have so many stories, and I keep going back because I'm like, well, it's family. I think my definition of family and their definition of family is very different.
Very different. It's like they only deal with you to get what they want,
and then once they done, they're just like, oh, okay, cool, that's straight.
Right now, it's somebody else in the picture. We can go mess with.
Like I said, because Grizzly, we call
it Grizzly. I said Black. Okay, Grizzly.
Okay, so Grizzly and Black is the same person. But yeah, like when my car broke down, and I would pay for an Uber to get her to work. And then I would either walk to work or take an Uber to work. And then when we both get off work, I would take an Uber, pick her up first, and then pick me up and then come home. And I would spend money on my own pocket to the point where she would get paid and she still wouldn't do it. That's where our first argument happened. That time we were supposed to go to Orlando, and she was like, "Oh no." Then I texted her. I was like, "Let me know if y'all going." She was like, "Oh no, I'm not going."
Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna pay an Uber for her to go to work when I was like, I'm just gonna walk to work. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Talk about
if you're watching this YouTube video,
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can't do that.
I was talking about for Grizzly. I'm gonna block it out.
Okay. Okay. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hopefully y'all watch so y'all can see my perspective of y'all nasty, disgusting attitude. I might leave that in there. I'm not editing that out.
All right, cut. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You see, the second time I got arrested and I broke my probation, I went to a beauty supply store with Mosquito to go finesse. Okay, I used to finesse a lot. Okay, I finessed something that cost $5. Okay, she finessed some human hair sewing weave that cost $300 something. That's why my thing is so high.
Because it was a minor.
But they dropped the minor charge, but they merged our cases together, even though we didn't get tried together. And it's too late to go back and revise it.
This is why if you have family or acquaintances or friends, you make sure that whatever you do for them, they do for you. Because if you're continuing to be the person to do,
and they
never give back, I want you to realize that you are being used.
Cut.
You are being used. I want you to take that mentally. You don't necessarily have to cut that person off, but you have to watch the way they move, because it's obviously the reason why they want to talk to you, have conversation.
They need something from you. Yup. Because I told you, Grizzly, I will call you all the time.
Smoke.
Yup. The thing is, I don't care. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I used to tell you all the time, I don't really need food. I just come here to drink.
Or money.
And I would put
money too.
I would put money in for a bottle, and they would never put money in. It's always me. Like, yeah, girl, let me just. They stick their hand in my pocket and put the money out. Like, yeah, no. But like I said, cut it. What's that song? Cut it. You don't know that song? No, it's the one. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. They made a whole trend about that.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't like that one.
Cut it.
It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. I can't count, okay?
Cut it.
Okay. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, people will use you for what you have to make it seem like they care.
They don't.
And you know what they do? They make it seem like, oh, we should talk. Oh, we should, you know.
I'm very naive, though. You know, Haitians have a saying where they're just like, you're not supposed to be close with your husband's side of the family. That's like you telling you, if Pete cut off his side of the family, y'all be straight. Because it's a Haitian thing. It is very much a Haitian thing. You see, I used to say I would still be cool with his parents, but at this point, bro, we might as well just move to another state. Another country. Other than Haiti. I'm Haitian, by the way, y'all. Let's stop.
She's Haitian.
She's not. I'm really Haitian. I know I don't act like I'm Haitian, but I'm Haitian 100%. What's that thing? You know, they be like the shot when you get born in Haiti. I was born.
I'm 100% African American. Thank you.
She's black.
No, black is a color. This is black. Y'all see? This is black.
Now you sound like me.
Brown.
You look like
I'm African American. I think that's the light. I ain't gonna get too close though.
Yeah.
You get close though.
Oh. Let me just.
You're so annoying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, go play. I'm about to do my story time. Okay, so my story time.
Was it around or is this like late, like early?
Before I ever met you. Okay. I'm not gonna talk about how old I was at the time. Cause y'all gonna think I'm old. But I noticed that my neighbors, you know what a 2-family flat is?
Oh, I think you told me this story.
Okay, so
it's like a not a single family home.
It's
yeah,
like
a duplex. So it's like not
family
downstairs, but
family upstairs. So the family upstairs would go in my mom's mailbox.
This is up north.
Yeah, I'm from St. Louis, by the way. St. Louis,
Missouri.
314.
I'm from Haiti. Was it 509? Yup, 011. If you know what I'm talking about.
What is it? How you say it?
Because if you have to dial, if you're in America and if you're outside of any
I'm not talking about that. Sock passe.
Okay. Oh, well.
She about to go into another detail. Okay, so back to the story.
Not bullet.
Yeah, basically, they lived upstairs. I lived downstairs. And they would go into my mom's mailbox and take the mail. Right?
That's illegal.
It is illegal. Right? So I figured, like, oh, they have a problem with my mom. So they were, like, stumping and stuff upstairs. They would stomp. And my uncle at the time, he was the landlord. He owned the whole freaking thing.
Should have evicted their ass from the work.
If it ain't you, it's the kids. It's here. Okay, so, yeah, her brother was right there like, yeah, y'all not finna fight. I'm not finna let this go down. I said, well, I was like, what you gonna do? He was like, I'm not finna let it go down. So I just punched that bitch in the forehead, like, and we scrapping, the brother jumped in. And then my brother, he ran from in the house. He outside fight too with the brother. And yeah, I'm fighting with the sister. And the other sister pulled up in the truck, bro. That bitch run like a track star. I got my licks in or whatever. We was fighting. And I can't remember what the neighbor name was, but I know that hoe was recording. And she never showed me the video to this day. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And I need that video. But, so... yeah, so basically, we was fighting for a good, 20, 25 minutes, and the sister pulled up in the car. I had that bitch wig in my hand, and I was, swinging it, yeah, bitch, your hair came out. Okay, let me hurry up then. Okay, so, yeah, had a wig in my hand or whatever, and her sister pull up, And she running like a track star. Big titty bitch running. Skinny as a stick. You hear me? Gone. I ran in the house quick as fuck. Bitch, put your hands on me. You way bigger than me.
She wasn't as big as she is now. I'm talking about that girl was a stick.
I was so small. So I was running in the house and I shut the door and I locked it. I'm like, yeah, bitch. And her brother, who was gay at the time, obviously. I don't know if he's still gay. Shout out to you. So he had spit blood up on my sweater that was outside. He was just spitting blood everywhere. And we didn't find out till like 2 weeks later that he had AIDS. So I didn't touch it though. I left it in the bushes. I didn't touch it. But he was spitting his blood everywhere because he had AIDS and he was trying to spread it. And my mom was like, don't touch nothing. You know, mom always told me anything with blood on it, don't touch it. Like, anybody that try to spit on you, you call police, stuff like that. He was spitting his blood everywhere. And he was trying to put it on my clothes and stuff that was outside still. And my dad came outside. He was like, hey, calm this down. No. You better stop. All
Your
this
dad
fighting.
not with that shit. Your dad really like.
And then my mom at work, so she don't really know what's going down. No, she was there. She came outside, and the mom came outside too. And my mom was, her mom was like, I ain't got it. She was squaring up, like she was squaring up. And my dad was like, no, ain't none of that finna go there. Ain't none of that. You know how you ever seen him get like, ain't none of that finna go there. And I'm like, you know what? And then when he came inside, I feel like my dad hated me. Because you want to know what he did? He slapped me. He said, why the fuck you start that fight? I said they kept picking on my mama. I don't play with my mama. Like, I go hard for my mama. I don't play with my mama. I really don't.
Even if you live in a house or apartment, and they got the like mailboxes with the keys because people steal mail. It's illegal.
I'm telling you, they was steal mail out the mailbox. But, you know, at the end, they did get evicted. Because my uncle, he was tired of it. Like, we called the police so many times, bro. So many times. Because, like, they would do stuff just to fuck with my mom, bro. And I was like, they really, like...
Did they know that the landlord was your uncle?
Yeah, they knew. I feel like that's why they felt some type of way. I feel like that's exactly why they felt some type of way. Like,
is that why y'all left Missouri? Or is another reason why y'all left Missouri?
No, we was just tired of being there. It's too much.
Too much stuff going on, especially what you told me today, like, bro.
Yeah, it's too much stuff going on. But yeah, guys, that was a story time.
But yo, listen. Okay, so check out my TikTok, ti.bel.ayisen.
Okay, we're gonna just add it to the
thing.
Mine is at Pretty Treese. It's PrettyTreace, not the ICE, because it ain't rice, it's East.
Why you looking at me when you said that? Oh my god. Okay, so y'all, I'm not a stalker, but I know stuff.
What are you talking about now? Cut it.